Hello, Ken. This is College Football Revamped. I am the head coach for the Rice Owls, and this is the Prestige Dynasty. If you've been following along, you know what that means. If not, go and check out some of my other videos, and you can figure out what it's all about. It's pretty simple. I can't recruit anybody that's a higher prestige than my program, which is a 1-star, because I have a team full of walk-ons. There it is, in a nutshell. Right, so we're in week 15. This is going to feel a little bit piecemeal because I'm going to be going through my off-season kind of. I have to trade the Dynasty back and forth with my brother because we're doing a online Dynasty. For those that are wondering, we both have College Football Revamped on our PCs. And we do a Dynasty together by just creating an offline Dynasty and then sharing the Dynasty file through Google Drive. So I'll go in, I'll do my week, and then I'll send it to him. He'll go in, do his week, that same week worth of stuff. You'll see here on Dynasty Central, you can see both of our teams on here. So he'll go do his stuff for that week, advance it, do his stuff for the next week, send it back to me. I'll do my stuff for that week, and I'll pass it back, and so on and so forth as it goes. That's how we're getting around not having a server for online dynasties on the PC. So in case anybody was wondering about that, before I get into to this stuff, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell down below. I greatly appreciate it. All right, recruiting. Where are we at? We're sitting pretty good, honestly. I have 5 scholarships remaining. I only have 5 guys left on my board, and we are way out in the lead on all of them, which is good, especially for Maurice Davis. We need him to be our stud quarterback. I can recruit 1 player that's a star level higher than my program. Not 1 star higher than where my program's at. Any level of, I can recruit 1 player, regardless. I said that really confusing. Regardless of what their star rating is. So Maurice Davis, a 5-star guy, #1 athlete. We went after him early and heavy, and some teams started to creep up his board. However, for some reason, those teams dropped off or cooled off, and we are left alone at the top, so we're hoping to lock him up. If not after this week, then in the offseason for sure. Yeah, so that's it. Week 15, we're on a bye. And clearly I'm not going to be in a bowl game or anything. I only won 3 games. Flip over here to my brother's team, same record for him. Hopefully we keep our jobs. Let's go take a look at that now that I mention it, just to see where our security is. Last I looked, after winning 3 games, I was safe. Okay, I'm safe. Whew, good. Where's my brother's team at? Yep, and he's safe, so we're good. We should be holding on to our jobs. We were worried about that. We didn't have very good seasons, and we wanted to see this rebuild through, so we didn't want to lose our jobs. Let's look at some season stats, shall we? Wiley, 269 completions, 452 attempts, 153 rating, 4,000 total passing yards, 37 passing touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Yeesh. 333.8 yards per game, 59% completion percentage. It felt a lot lower than that, I'll tell you that. Sacked 25 times. Yeah, I had no blocking this year. We gave up on running in the last half of the season there. So these running stats are pitiful because we just didn't run. 103 attempts out of Wiley for only 152 yards. 72 for Godfrey for 175. Oh, man, that is just dreadful. We had no blocking. I mean, there's just literally nowhere to run. There was nobody being blocked. D.D. Pope, 47 receptions, 722 yards. Suggs, 46 for 1,006 yards, 11 touchdowns. Suggs was solid for me. Pope was solid for me for the most part. They had some drop issues. Obviously, they're not the greatest guys in the world. Fullback Kaysen, surprisingly, 35 receptions, 613 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Might have to move him to tight end. Wide receiver, even, the way he's catching the ball. Jamal Moss, not bad. J.J. Jackson, nothing to write home about, but not terrible for the opportunities he was given. So we're able to throw the ball a little bit. Just really, really inconsistent. Sacks, yep, there was a lot. Everybody was giving up sacks because my offensive line is terrible. Defense, nothing to write home about. You know, some pressure was being applied. We got what we got here: 6 turnovers, 6 interceptions, a decent amount of forced fumbles. Not a lot of them. I mean, not all of them recovered, but most of them. So, you know, not terrible. We did give up a boatload of points, though. I mean, we couldn't, other than getting turnovers, my defense wasn't stopping anybody. So, yep, it was rough. It was rough. Every bit as rough as you'd think it would be. Okay, so check out the beginning of this video. You'll see that my fullback was punting for like the first half of the season. I foolishly believed that the computer would create a legitimate depth chart. It did not. I had a fullback in as my punter. He was awful. 30 average. Yeah, it was not good. Of course, I put my kicker in there, and he didn't really fare much better. Only 37.5 average. So, yeah, no. Not great. I just wanted to look at that because I knew my fullback was in for part of the season. So, look at this. Oh, that's an average. 40 and 39. I was reading mine wrong. Let's go back. 37, 41. Okay, so that's average with return. Or average return yards. So my coverage team was terrible. Go figure. My brother's team. Let's see how we did. Ooh, 165 passer rating. Wow, nice. Of course, he had a few attempts. 133. So his quarterback finished about the same rating as mine, right? Well, mine was a 153. Okay. 4,774 yards, 34 touchdowns, 26 interceptions. My lord. Talk about inconsistency. Almost 400 yards per game. 62% completion percentage. You know, lots of sacks. I feel that. I'm glad I wasn't the only one feeling that pain. Yeah, 50, 54. I only had 20. Wow, he had twice as many sacks as me, too. Yeesh. It's tough when you got a team full of walk-ons. Yeah, no. 63 attempts with minus 379 yards. When you get sacked like 53 times, yep, that'll happen. That's an amazing stat line. And I thought I couldn't run the ball. My brother didn't even try. And I can't blame him. I tried for like the first half of the season and it went nowhere. Oh, he's 6'5". Look at this guy. 106 receptions, 1,336 yards, 4 touchdowns. Nice. Howard, 67 receptions, 797 yards and a touchdown, 59, 655, and 5 for Sapp, 58 for 588 and 7 for Brooks. Kevin Jones, 46, 477, and 4. Wow, he did a great job spreading the ball around, didn't he? He's using every single target he had, basically. You kind of have to. You never know who the hell's going to be open because your guys are not good. Wow, 12 sacks given up by his tackle. His right guard, 13. Left guard, 11. Golly. My goodness, it's not good. Whoa! Brandt, he had a guy get 6 sacks. Nice. And a freshman, you know. He'll get better. Yeah, he's starting out as a walk-on, but shoot. He only going to get better. Yeah, decent amount of forced fumbles. Not bad. I say not bad, and we won 3 games. But considering you got a team of walk-ons who overalls are like 40s and 50s, yeah, I'm going to say not bad. His quarterback finished higher with more passing yards than mine, obviously. I had Suggs. Suggs was up there. So, you know. Pretty great. Pretty great season, I'd say. Pretty great. All right, let's advance it. Conference championship. Man, we don't care about that because obviously we're not playing for a conference championship. I think that's pretty obvious. Just a second here. Coach is out. Yes. Don't even need to do any off-season recruiting. We did it. We got Maurice committed to our team. Got our quarterback. 80 overall. It's going to make a world of difference for this team. I can get a quarterback that can actually hit his targets. That's going to be amazing. That's going to be huge for us. Oh, yeah. That was a huge get. I'm so excited now. I'm ready for next year. Bring it on, baby. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, let's help our quarterback. We're going to need him. We're going to need him to be a stud. He's going to have a heck of a season because his guys are not going to be able to get open. That's the downside. Is no matter how good the quarterback is, the wide receivers getting open is going to be a whole nother issue. See if you got anybody signed on. He's got one scholarship remaining still. He's clearly in the lead for that guy. Nice. 4-star athlete. Like it. Oh, look at some of these guys he pulled in. 66 overall. He's got a pretty good recruiting class, right? That's solid. It's probably even better than mine is. I like it. Doing some work. Oh, yeah. Quarterback. Yep. Gotta have it. Throw power 80, accuracy 78. He's super mobile. I like it. That's a good get. Spend all your off-season recruiting points locking up Josh Daniels. Oh, yeah, buddy. Nice. I like it. Next season's going to be great. I can feel it. Reaching for greatness. All right. Let's keep it moving. Advance to the bowl games. Yep. Like it. That's funny. That's too funny. So yeah, I am going to I'm gonna have to stop once I get to the off season to the coaching stuff. I'll let him do whatever he wants to do with that stuff. And yeah. And then I'll have him send it back to me. So I'm gonna piecemeal this off season together. So if the video feels a little choppy at the stopping points, I apologize for that. Try to mesh it together as best as I can, but that's how we're gonna have to do it. I don't want to make a bunch of short videos, so I'm just gonna splice them together into to one off-season video. C. Rodriguez for Kentucky wins the Heisman, the halfback. Nice. Lots of halfbacks. Wow, my goodness. And Daniels for Georgia is creeping in there. Flip it back over to my team. You know, obviously, we don't have any bowl games. All right, let's just get to the off season. You know, when you only got 3 wins and you're not in a bowl game, you can just skip through all this stuff. Save some time. Who wants to play an extra games? That's ridiculous. Nobody wants to do that. It's more work. I kept my job, so I'm getting paid the same. Ooh, I probably miss out on some bonuses, though. I'm sure Rice gave me some bonuses in my contract. If I get to a bowl game and win a bowl game, I'd probably get more money, right? In real life, that'd probably be the case. In this video game, not so much. Ah, New Mexico, nice. New record in the season for passing yards. Passing touchdowns, yep, solid. Receptions in the season, nice, 106, new record. Pretty good. Look at that. Look at that offensive production. Well done. All right, Boba Fett's safe. Coaching carousel. I mean, I'll definitely be up for the head coaching gig, right? Yeah. All right, that's where we're going to end this one. We made it to the off season. I'm going to save it here, and I'll get with my brother and see how far we want to advance this thing, and I will splice these videos together for the off season. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Back into the off season stuff. All right, so here's what happened. Give you a little rundown. I gave the Dynasty file to my brother, who advanced it to position changes. He went through his off-season stuff up to that point. I didn't have anything to do at that point, that's why we made it to this point. No coaching changes for us. Obviously, we both stayed where we're at to continue our rebuilds. I did not have any transfer requests. Obviously, who's going to want to come to 3-9 Rice? Nobody. And my recruiting class was full, so I didn't have any off-season recruiting to do. So that takes us here to position changes. A little side note, my brother's team did end up pulling in that 4-star athlete he was going after, so good for them. Maurice Davis, my man, playing quarterback. Ain't no doubt about it. We can just put him in there already. By far the best quarterback we're going to have. Not even close, right? Not even close. We probably don't even have a lot to do in position changes in here, quite honestly. I mean, where am I going to move these guys to? They're all pretty bad, so... I guess we'll make the argument we'll move him into left guard, see which guy improves the most. Well... Alright, we'll move him over to the left side. See what happens. Really tried to rebuild my defense. Alright, let's slide one of these guys over to the right side. Defensive tackle. Okay, plenty of guys there. A couple outside linebackers. Don't really have any other linebackers. Not great. Not great. I was trying to see if any of these guys were worth moving to a linebacker spot. Would be a 60 as an outside backer as well. 6'6", 225. Guess it depends on what kind of defense we plan on running. Let's look a little bit more. Okay, we got some safeties for sure. It's kind of slow for a safety. Move him to a backer spot. Let's do that. Wow, he is he's by far my best safety, but man, he is slow for a safety. He's 6'7". Woo. Woo. You know what? I'm just going to leave him there, just see what happens. He might be a little slow, but he's got reach, right? Right? I'm just going to move these guys around a little bit because I need help at other spots too. So he actually makes for a better linebacker. Okay, sure. So maybe looking at running a 4-3 this year, I think. We got some options here. Jeez, oh Pete, these guys are slow. We got some cuts coming up, no doubt about that. Yeesh. Kicker, punter's terrible, no more athletes. That's pretty much wraps it up. Short and sweet, pretty simple. Yeah. We'll keep it. It's a mess. Kids, it's a mess. A really big mess. I'm gonna hop in here real quick, just see. I'm gonna change his team around. All right, he did end up putting that athlete at quarterback. Probably a wise choice. If your quarterback isn't very good, then you don't have a lot that you can do offensively, honestly. Store power and throw actually, it's pretty much the same as the guy I got, so pretty even, really. He's got great speed, 83 and 90 acceleration. You could definitely do some things with a guy like that at quarterback. I mean, you could use him anywhere, right? But I think quarterback makes the most sense. It's the guy that's always going to have the football in his hands on every snap. It's where you got to put your best player to start, right? I didn't change anything, so sure. All right, let's advance it. I'm going to get past training results. We're just going to go right to cut players. You can see the training results at the cut player screen, so no need to stop there and waste more time. Let's cut some players. We do have some cuts to make. I mean, I hope eventually to cut all these guys, but look at this guy's speed and acceleration. 76 and 63. Yeah. Bye. As a wide receiver, that's just not going to cut it. All right, so got a little better on the offensive line. Hopefully that means we can actually block some people. Oh, man, I got so many bad players. He's only 6'7", 339. He's pretty terrible, though. And he's a sophomore. I like his size. He just can't play. He's 44 overall. It's terrible. That is terrible. Yeah, we're just going to cut some of these. Those linebackers here just not going to get the job done. It's a 42. Yeesh. That's atrocious. Free safety. He's 49. We'll just hold on to him. We've made enough space. We'll call it good from there. That's it. I'm going to save it and stop it here. And again, I will continue to splice together this offseason as I'm able to record it. But for now, I have to send this file back over to my brother so he can cut his players, and then we'll move on from there. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Last piece of the puzzle. Preseason. Things should be interesting. I'm not even going to go into redshirt players. I don't have anybody good enough that's worth a red shirt, so we're not even going to worry about that. Basically, we're just going to get into recruiting. Recruiting is going to be a little bit tricky this year. I have to decide what 5-star player I want to try to go after. This issue number 1, well, 4 or 5-star, whatever. And then issue number 2 is which 1-star guys do I go after? Because I got a bunch of 1-star guys last year, so I'm basically just going to be recruiting depth or guys that are leaving, but my team was so young. I mean, I don't think I got one need at halfback because everybody was young and everybody was basically a walk-on. So yeah, I got one need to fill essentially, and that's about it. I think we're going to look for a wide receiver, somebody that we can look to get the ball to. At least that is my initial plan. Let's see if we can find somebody I like. I want somebody fast, ideally. Not having much luck really finding what I'm looking for so far. It's kind of a bummer. Keep looking here. Take a look at him. He's a 1-star JUCO, but he might have decent speed, so we'll add him. Who is a guy we might look for? Carlos Payne. only a 3-star, but not too worried about that. I think that's enough enough options. I don't remember what was up here. So he's definitely a no. No. I could try the trick for the, you know, I got a 5-star last year, so you never know. Alright, we'll take a look at him. You know what? Let's just try to hit home runs. Let's just take a look. We do need a halfback. Oops. Who's interested? Alright. It's 54 overall. Our number 1 on his board, though, so I guess we'll add him to the list. Why not? Tight ends? Okay. Throw him on there. Controller keeps disconnecting. Let's see here. These guys are all, the stars are too high. I can't even get low enough. Alright. Juco. I did get some Jucos last year. I'd like to get some younger guys that maybe I can develop instead of necessarily going after Jucos. Alright. Chase Coley. Sure. Sure. Good size. I like that. 6'6", 315. Run blockers. Kind of looking for more pass blocking, if I'm being honest. 6'5", 285. Yeah. You know. He's only 6'2", 290. 6'4", 6'5", 262. Alright, we'll scout him out. See what they're bringing to the table. 488, 486. Pass rusher. Let's add these guys. Oh, their percentage locked is already pretty strong, though. It's kind of a bummer. Yeah. Sophomore run stopper. I'd like to have a pass rusher. There's a guy. Okay. Sure, get some options. He likes my team. Yeah. I'm basically just looking for 1-star guys that that like my team. He seems awfully slow for a corner. So we'll add him. Maybe move him to safety. Juco. But he is interested in my team, so we'll take Jucos if they're interested. Don't need a kicker or punter. Although adding one, a Juco, might not be a terrible idea because he's going to be better than what I have. Sure. What did I just do? Oh, added him and took him off my board. Not really what we're going for there. No athletes interested. What? Are you sure? Pretty great team. Oh well. Do what we can. Our board's full. That's fine. Let's go see what some of these guys look like. Allen, not quite what I'm looking for. Nope. Nope. Definitely not. Payne's more like it. I think that's going to be my target right there. Yeah, I mean, obviously those 5-star guys are pretty good too, so we got some options there. I'm going to remove some of these other guys. Not interested. They're not quite what I'm looking for. Wow, this is acceleration of 70. Yikes. Not great. That's not great. We'll be slow too. Alright. Some dudes in here. Might not be bad going after some of those guys. It's a start. To weed through that some more as the season goes on. See how things play out. I'll look at some schedules real quick, just see what we got here. Alright, so my brother did the scheduling already, which is good. Means I don't have to do it. And all I was looking for there was to make sure we got a game against each other. That's a game that we sim. We don't actually play that one against each other because who's got time for that? Trying to get this busy schedules lined up. We could, we just prefer not to. We're not really interested in testing our skills at playing the game against each other. We just want to see who can build a better team, and then see what the computer thinks about it. So that's why we like simming. That's it. Let's start season, and I'll roll through the week 1 stuff real quick, because that's just going to be recruiting. We have a bye, so it shouldn't take me too terribly long. Try to narrow in on some targets. All right. Carlos Payne. That's my main target. I don't know. I mean, I'm tempted to throw points on these guys just to see if I could get one, but gosh, that seems highly unlikely, doesn't it? I think I'm better off just putting it on. I know he's only a 3-star, but he does fit what I want at wide receiver, so I'm not really worried about his overall as much, and I think I got a better chance at getting him, so we'll try it. Here's hoping. I like him. Let's add him. High on his board. Throw add on him. Who else we got in here? Guard. Yeah, like it. Got some dudes in here. Play on the O-line for us. That's a 6'7" center. Wowzers. Okay, not bad. He's 6'6". A little bit better overall. We'll do that. That's kind of a lot of guards, but oh well. Take a peek at him. 67. Nice. Yes, please. What else we got here? Linebacker, middle linebacker, some corners. Not bad. Oh yeah, that's strong safety. Quarterback. Throw a few points around on some of these guys. We're running out of points. I don't have enough points. Who do I want last? Think of one of these corners. I'll lead for him. All right. That'll have to be good enough for week 1. That's it. That's a wrap for the off season and week 1. I'm going to save this. I'm going to send it over to my brother, and we will get into another wonderful season of these terrible Rice Owls. But hey, we'll see what our quarterback can get done for us. We got a stud at that position at least, so who knows? Who knows? Fingers crossed. That'll wrap this one. Remember, all love, all the time. Peace.